So, Kotaku, they just can't help themselves, can they? You may remember we talked recently about the Smash Brothers / Persona 5 controversy with Kotaku UK. Remember, they're separate. That's something people working on this main site wanted to make sure people kept in mind. You know, we have nothing to do with that story, okay? We're not like them. Well, the main site published this today. Ronda Rousey being in Mortal Kombat 11 is bullshit. Very clever title, by the way. I hope you didn't stress out both your brain cells too much when you wrote that. So why? Why is Ronda Rousey, the most famous female combat sports athlete in the world, being in Mortal Kombat, bullshit? If you've actually played the game, you may think it's maybe because of her less than stellar, we'll say, voice acting, which, if that was the case, I think you would have a point there. But no, this is Kotaku, so you know the article about a video game has absolutely nothing to do with the actual game. It starts off, Ronda Rousey, trailblazer, UFC Hall of Famer, and WWE star. I forgot a couple of her other accomplishments. She shared an inflammatory conspiracy video about the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre to her millions of Twitter followers and made trans-misogynistic and outright asinine comments about transgender MMA fighter Fallon Fox. And as of Mortal Kombat 11, she's the voice of the iconic character Sonya Blade. Let's take a moment to consider how messed up that is. Yeah, this hard-hitting piece is brought to you by Kotaku writer Heather Alexandra, by the way. I always want to make sure we give credit to these geniuses for all the important work they do. So the Sandy Hook thing, to start, if you're not aware, was a major school shooting here in the US, and I guess she tweeted a video that suggested it may have been orchestrated by the government or something. I don't know. The video that she links to has since been removed from YouTube, so I'm not going to comment on that much since I don't know what was actually said in it. Ronda was also quoted as saying, "I just figure asking questions and doing research is more patriotic than blindly accepting what you're told. Never meant to insult or hurt anyone. Sorry if anyone was offended." So it doesn't sound to me like she was necessarily saying, like, oh, this is what happened. Just saying there were perhaps some convincing points she thought made in this video, which I think that needs to be a big distinction. Not saying she should have tweeted it out or anything. I could understand why people who perhaps, had ties to the incident would be pretty offended by that. But I think you need to be honest and straightforward with what she actually said. Well, the writer here is obviously still very irked by this tweet from 2012. Just been sitting around thinking about it every day since, I'm sure. Says Ronda's apology sounds like a, quote, corporate bullshit apology bot. Again, we should note the elegance of the writing here. It's just next level. Then there is this Fallon Fox issue. If you're unaware, Fallon Fox is a transgender male to female MMA fighter. As in, she was previously a male, now identifies as a female, and fights in the women's division. On that, Ronda is quoted as stating the following: "She can try hormones, chop off her pecker, but it is still the same bone structure a man has." Rousey told the New York Post, "It's an advantage. I don't think it's fair." The author adds, "Thank the stars Ronda got the pronouns right, I guess." Yeah, let's be very thankful of that, because we know that's what everyone is coming to your gaming site for, right? Lessons on how to respect people's pronouns. Let's be real on this transgender fighter issue. I don't care what your thoughts about trans people are, but if you think being a man and then transitioning to a woman gives you no competitive advantage in physical sports, combat sports no less, then I don't know what to tell you. Notice that Alexandra doesn't have anything to rebut these claims with either. Just points out that they're horrible, but doesn't want to explain to us why it's so inaccurate. Guess she just didn't have the time. And as stated, Ronda does Sonya Blade's voice in the new Mortal Kombat 11 game, which is why Alexandra closes with, "You know what I want to do? Play Mortal Kombat 11. But I would have to be wild to consider it. I'm not obligated to let bygones be bygones, and I'm just not going to. Rousey's presence in Mortal Kombat 11 is unacceptable. Sonya could have been played by any number of capable actresses. NetherRealm Stunt casted someone whose very presence makes many of my friends feel completely uncomfortable playing Mortal Kombat 11. So stunning and brave. It's too triggering. The existence of Ronda, who we've clearly established is basically Hitler for indulging in conspiracy theories and not wanting to fight biological men. So we've gone through the points made in this article and how trash they are. Now let's talk about what's actually going on here. First noting the timing of these issues. Even if they were as bad as the author is making them out to be, Sandy Hook was in 2012, and these Fallon Fox comments were from 2013. Not exactly breaking news, I would say, even for Kotaku. This is pretty late. And then notice here towards the end, her colleague Danielle Rando, I doubt I'm pronouncing that correctly, also wrote a similar hit piece published today at a site called Waypoint. Hers is titled, Ronda Rousey Has No Business Being in Mortal Kombat 11. 2 articles about events that happened many years ago, published the same day. Now, yes, this is about Mortal Kombat 11. That's what they're using for traction here, as the game did come out recently. But still, the game came out a week ago? And Ronda's involvement was announced a while back, way before release, I know that. So what, did they just forget about these comments that have troubled them clearly for so long until this day? No, just like with the Smash Brothers issues, these so-called journalists are nothing more than a professional outrage mob, searching tirelessly for things to get angry about, to try to start up some drama, get some clicks, and maybe even have studios like NetherRealm bend the knee to their idiotic demands. You two, and I'm sure many others, chatted about this beforehand. Someone dug this crap up, and you decided the time to hit them with it was today. Nothing more. If you actually cared about the game, you would talk about the actual issues with it. How about worrying about the microtransactions, the grindy towers, the always online requirements for so much of the single-player content? The PC version, my god, PC Master Race, they say? Not today, not with this game. The Switch version is also still waiting for that big patch, I believe, at the time of this recording. There is plenty about the actual game to complain and inform people about, to have discussions over. But that's the problem, right? People like you aren't really interested in the game, are you? You're interested in your weird, creepy political agendas that you feel need to be forcefully injected into every single topic possible. That is what's truly bullshit. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts on Kotaku's Ronda Rousey is basically Hitler article in the comments. How important do you think this is for Mortal Kombat 11? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of Kotaku's hit piece on Ronda Rousey in Mortal Kombat 11. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you want to keep the conversation going, hit me up on Twitter, @JohnnyZakari, and join my Discord, ChiGuy and Friends. Link to both in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching.